Hi YouTube, how are you doing, and welcome back to Phasmophobia. In this video we're gonna go over the development preview that they posted yesterday, which includes the roadmap for the rest of this year. Now this roadmap has changed quite a bit since the last time they posted the roadmap at the beginning of this year. That's because there's been some delays, there's been some hiccups in the development with the updates. There's been quite a lot of delays during the testing as well. As you might have known, the update that is coming out very soon was actually supposed to already be out at this point. So we've been kind of waiting for that because there's been some delays in testing and stuff like that. So there's been quite a few changes in the roadmap. So in this video, we're going to go over what they want to do for the rest of this year, what we can expect, and I hope you join me for that. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, but let's not waste any more time, and let's look at the dev preview. Welcome back, Ghost Hunters and Truck Dwellers. We got some news for you. We thought we'd spend a short moment recapping how development has gone over 2022 and give you an updated version of the roadmap we released earlier this year. The original 2022 roadmap. So this was the one that I went over in the video when they first posted it, which had the VR rework, which you've already seen. This is already out. We had the custom difficulty, which is happening right now. So this month, the aim is to release it near the end of the month, which I expected it near the beginning of the month. I mean, originally they said it was going to be last month, at the end of last month. So yeah, there's been some delays because there's just so much stuff that they have to test. I think they've been testing for almost a month now. No, not. I think it's been like 2-3 weeks that they've been in testing. There's just so many bugs that DK and Lavender are trying to fix. And I think CJ and Skinner are already working on the next update, which the progression update was the final part that they wanted to do, or the half year that they wanted to work on this. Has already started, obviously, so they don't have enough time to finish all of this, which is why they're changing the roadmap quite a bit. So here, as you can see, things didn't go exactly to plan. Originally, the VR overhaul was planned to release earlier than April, allowing us to get knee-deep into the custom difficulties development. As it took longer, we pushed back the custom difficulty a couple of months and gave the community 3 smaller patches of content to fill the gap. So the updated roadmap is going to look like this, which is very important. So the Phasmophobia Updated Roadmap from 2022 to 2023, yes, makes sense. VR overhaul has already happened. New VR system, sound sensor has been reworked, and hiding adjustments as well, with the door hiding being removed, and there being like the hiding spots that randomly get blocked during Nightmare Mode or Professional difficulty. Minor patches, which happened in between, which we're now on patch 6.3.1. Minor patches, truck overhaul, new hiding spots that were added, the Easter event was really fun, and the 3 new ghost types that we saw, the Moroi, the Thay, and the Diogen. And then now they're working on the custom difficulty, which is already finished basically, but they just have to fix all the bugs, which there's apparently a ton of bugs. I've been talking with CJ about them, and there's just unbelievable. There's like, there were over 100 bugs on the to-do list at some point. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. Custom games, which is going to be incredible. You're going to be able to set the difficulty, which I've already talked about this when they did a dev preview on the custom difficulty. You're going to be able to set how many cursed possessions, so you can have all 6 cursed possessions. You're going to be able to set if you can sprint, or if the ghost is, or if you're extra fast, or if the ghost is extra fast, or if the ghost is extra slow, the amount of hiding spots, your starting sanity, all kinds of stuff you're going to be able to set. You can make the ultimate challenge. And I think CJ also said that if you enable all of the hardest difficulty options, the game basically is impossible, and the first person to actually complete that without just guessing is going to get like a special little shout out or something like that. So I mean, maybe we'll try that, but I just want to have a lot of fun with that, because that's going to be a ton. That's going to be crazy. And then they have also Sunny Meadows, which is the new map, the Asylum map that they're working on. The basically Asylum that it is right now is going to go away, because Asylum as it is right now barely anyone plays it, and it's just a really outdated map. It doesn't really feel like it's supposed to be in Phasmophobia. There's just no items around. There's very little for the ghosts to do, so it just feels really empty. And Sunny Meadows is basically just a full rework of the map. So yeah, I know a lot of people were like, why don't you just leave the other map? But it's just kind of pointless. Well, what could be cool in my opinion is if you get like prestige, because they at the end here want to add a prestige system, which I think would be really cool. If when you get like prestige level 1, you can unlock the old Asylum, or maybe if you played in early access, you get access to the old Asylum, something like that, because it would be kind of a shame if we can never play on it again with the later updates. But maybe it's just kind of a waste of work then, because they also need to fix bugs that happen on there, which kind of seems like just a waste of time for them, at least, because they just want to focus on the game as it stands right now. But anyway, report redacted, by the way. I don't know what that's going to be, but I've heard this, or according to the devs, this update, the custom difficulty update, is going to be the biggest update that has ever happened to Phasmophobia. So that's extremely exciting. I don't know what redacted is. It's gonna be awesome though. And then we have the report system for people that are trolling. Also, I see the I should probably hide the chat. Thank you for being in the offline chat. Bye. Anyway, report system and much more. Now, I don't know what this is like. There's much more here, as well as 2 redacteds. I don't know what. So the redacteds are probably like extra ghost, maybe. I don't know, something like that. That would be really cool. And then what comes after here? So this is September. That's gonna come out this month. And the Q4 is gonna be the URP upgrade, Unity Render Pipeline upgrade. So right now they use like they don't use URP, which is apparently really, really cool. Like, it upgrades the game visually, like, insanely well. Like, it just changes the whole look of the game, makes it look like ray traced to a certain degree, I heard, or something like that. It just makes it look really good, basically. That's the TLDR of it. So the Weather 2.0 is going to be in this as well, which is going to change the way the weather work. I know they're bringing back the fog weather. It's going to like roll into the map as like a fog, instead of it just being like foggy in a house. That doesn't really make any sense. The volumetric lighting is going to come back, because right now they removed it because it looked way too shit. I never used it. And a redacted, which they already know what redacted is going to be in here. Interesting. And then optimization as well. So this is mostly good. This seems like, I mean, so I hope they add some more redacteds to this, because in terms of content, like as a content creator, I mean, this is fun, and they have to happen. But having a one upgrade or one update that's just all gonna be like the way the game looks, it's a little bit like I'd rather have a few extra ghosts here and there, and then like spread out the optimization. Although it's probably better to work on it all at once. Maybe that might be easier for them. But yeah, I would love to see some extra ghosts, and I mean, an extra small map would go a long way, because I love the small maps. I play them all the time. I would love to see another one. So yeah, I mean, that might be a lot of work, though, obviously. Anyway, after that, V0.9, by the way, what the hell? We're getting so close. But then, wait, V0.10, never mind. I thought we were gonna go to 1.0, but that's not the case. Progression 1, 2, and 3. This is for 2023, by the way, so this is the end of the year. Then we have leveling 2.0. which is going to be the prestige system. New player models, so we're going to get rid of the janky old models that move like that. Customization, character customization, new equipment upgrades. Oh yeah, the upgrades. They've been teasing that. I forgot about that almost. I don't know why. Because yeah, they've been making these models as well. I know Siege has been working on that. And then new challenges for like the daily and weekly challenges, stuff like that. This is the update I've been looking forward for so long, because like I recently, or not really recently, it's already a few months ago, did like a restart. I made a clean save file where I started at level 1, and it was so much fun. I felt like I was playing Phasmophobia for the first time again, like scrambling to get enough money to buy more equipment, to be able to play better, be able to do more optional objectives, and it was just so much fun. It was really satisfying, and I would love to just be able to do that all the time, instead of like having to create, like back up my save file and delete it and do all kinds of janky shit, talk to the developers to make sure I don't lose everything I've worked for. That was just like a little hacky, it felt, whereas it would be really cool if that was built into the game, so you can prestige yourself, go back to 0, and then rebuild your whole character and just like re-experience those first levels while getting something in return. So like a prestige emblem or some kind of customization that is linked to your character based on how much prestige you have. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna give so much replayability. I cannot wait. Then you have and onwards, Horror 2.0. This is the big one people have been waiting for. More ghost events, creepier ghost events, all kinds of dynamic ghost behavior that is going to be added. I cannot wait. This is the absolute biggest one for if you want this to be like a really good horror game. Like it's a horror game, obviously. It's very scary, but it's also just a really fun game to play. But this is going to add so much horror to it. And then new locations, new equipment, much more. Okay, this kind of feels like a cop-out a little bit, because it's just like, yeah, we want to add more of everything, which this update seems insane to me, but like it's not detailed enough for me to really, I mean, I guess if they want to add more locations, multiple small maps would be amazing. Again, I really want to see a small map. After Asylum, I think we're ready for more small maps. Then we have new equipment, which is going to be tons of fun, and much more. And now let's read what they want to say. This roadmap now more accurately represents what we achieved this year and what we plan to do moving forward. So we want to be transparent and realistic in our plans to make sure we don't have to delay things in the future or force mini updates to fill the gaps. Development doesn't always go exactly according to plan, obviously understandable. So in this new roadmap, we're allowing a bit of extra room for things to go wrong. If things go well, that just means we can get ahead of schedule and push updates earlier. I think most of the time they really underestimate how long it takes to test the stuff, because it's been like, I think the VR overhaul took like a month to test. This update is going to take a month to test, even more than a month. So they just like, I think they just like underestimate how many bugs show up. And then we play it. I remember the VR overhaul, I played it and I still found bugs immediately. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know, maybe it's just a special skill I have. Anyway, custom difficulty. That's right. The custom difficulty update is coming this month, and it is a big one. We squeezed loads of extra things, and even a few new redacted for you to enjoy. All will be revealed when the update trailer drops very soon. Oh yeah, they were gonna drop a trailer that we will be reacting to. React content coming in hot. Obviously, I'm gonna watch that one. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Progression. As you can see, the progression update is still split into parts, and most of it has been pushed back into 2023. However, some of the original part 1 has been moved into its own larger update. Oh, interesting. The URP upgrade, which they don't even explain. It stands for, it's Unity Render Pipeline is what that means, including a huge weather effects overhaul, new lighting, and more. The progression updates will be the biggest programming and art overhaul that Phasmophobia has ever seen or received, with many new systems, models, and animations getting completely reworked or recreated from scratch. CJ is going to have a field day. He's going to be working on that so long. Hopefully, by us splitting this into several updates, this allows you to experience new things slowly over time, instead of having to wait 6 or more months for one massive patch. That is really what I hope, because as someone who loves to play it every time, it is the amount of replayability and excitement that an update adds for me as someone who loves this game so much is just huge. I want to see the updates come out regularly, especially when they added more people. Seems like the update has kind of gone further apart, but they've also gotten bigger, obviously, and they're working on some hard stuff here. VR overhaul was big. All these things are very technical and not necessarily easy to see from the outside sometimes how much work went into it. Moving forward, after progression is finished, we'll go on to the last part of Phasmophobia that needs reworking. The last part, Horror 2.0. We'll be replacing all of the ghost models and adding a plethora of new events, new effects, events, sounds, and interactions to scare you out of your skin. But what about new locations and reworks? Fear not. Locations will be created and reworked alongside these updates. Again, I don't want to see reworks. I want to see new things. I would be very sad if by the end of, when Phasmophobia 1.0 comes out, we still have, how many maps do we have right now? 10, right? We have 6 small maps, 4 large maps. If we don't have, 15 maps or 20 maps by that, 20 maps is a lot, but, 15 and 5, one extra big map, 4 extra small maps would be massive. I really want to see at least, 5 more maps before the game comes out. Because that is, I don't know, don't rework the maps, just make extra maps. The extra maps do so much, because then now you, kind of go through the same maps. When you play, for a session during a night, you experience the same map multiple times. Imagine not having to do that. Imagine being able to not have, or you don't have enough time to play all of them in one sitting. That would just be so cool. It's gonna make my all maps runs much, much longer, but I don't care about that. Anyway. And we'll be able to release them with other content or on their own as soon as they are finished. Yes, let's go. We hope that this preview has shed some lights on our development plans, and we'd like to apologize for misjudging the original roadmap. Hey, it happens. It totally does. So yeah, I'm excited to see, especially the progression update, the custom difficulty, hopefully during the middle of this month and not the end. The middle is already almost happening. So yeah, hopefully we'll see it very soon. I'm expecting 2 weeks, but who knows? It can always go wrong, as you can see by the way that they changed this roadmap. So yeah, I hope that informed you on the future of Phasmophobia. I am very excited to see where this goes, and I hope they have more after this. I hope it's not ooh, we're done 1.0. I know a lot of people are I want this game to come out of early access, but no, I want more stuff, dude. This is such a good game. If they're gonna work on Phasmophobia 2, where they're gonna be an exorcism system, so instead of you doing this is me speculating, by the way, the developers have not talked about this at all, but I would love to see So then Phasmophobia 1 is the investigation, and then Phasmophobia 2 is the exorcism, where you like fully go all in, because a lot of ghost hunting games that have exorcisms have kind of a little bit of both, where you do the investigation and you do the exorcism. I would love to see a game that's just purely exorcism and makes that into its like whole game mode. So yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the live streams, you can join us over at twitch.tv/insim every single day at 7 p.m. Central European time. Thank you very much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Have a good one.